I want to play two things back to back. First of all, here's the president's most controversial bit, his bucket list excerpt, cut number one.
After the midterm elections, my advisors asked me, Mr. President, do you have a bucket list? And I said, well, I have something that rhymes with bucket list. Take executive action on immigration? Bucket. New climate regulations? Bucket. It's the right thing to do.
Now, Jake Tapper, here's a second clip. This is Jerry Seinfeld a few months ago using essentially the same routine.
A lot of people around this age make a bucket list. I made a bucket list, then I turned the B to an F, and I was done with it.
So the president essentially went on. I can't play the Seinfeld bit because he didn't put in the appropriate thing. Had you heard that the president ripped off Seinfeld to do this?
No, I hadn't. But now that you mention it, I guess I had heard it before. That's funny. I didn't know that.
So were you at the dinner?
I was. It's kind of, I saw Chuck there, Chuck Todd, and we were talking about being there, and he had an observation that I think is on target. It's work. I mean, it's a work thing that you go to. It's not. I'll tell you. For my wife, it's something that she enjoys going to because she doesn't really, we don't go to a lot of fancy dress balls, so it is something that she enjoys gussing herself up for and going to. But I mean, it's kind of a drag, and I totally understand why people hate the optics of it or people look down on Washington. I saw somebody on Twitter, Red Steez, I think it was, saying after watching some coverage or reading tweets about it, he understood the French Revolution a whole lot better. I mean, I understand why people don't like, why people on the left and the right and the center.
But the question is, Ezra Klein wrote, the president wasn't being funny. He was being pointed and making commentary. And there's a debate at Powerline blog. I'll have John Hinderaker on later. Did you think it was qualitatively different than years past?
I just think it was, it's so self-congratulatory and so self-referential and so self-reverential. And, the stuff that it's supposed to be about, which is the scholarships and the other, recognizing good journalism, are just so overwhelmed and outshone by the parties and the elitism. And it's just, I don't know, I just think, look, I'm a member of the White House Correspondent Association, and I think that they do important work in pressing for access and in rewarding journalism that speaks truth to power. But I just, to be completely honest, I just think it's gotten out of control.